This was his appearance before joining the army. This was how he looked for years later. After enduring countless brutal battles and painful goodbyes, Paul's eyes had completely lost their spark. He had become like a soulless shell of a man. Thankfully, it was all finally coming to an end. Germany and France had signed a ceasefire agreement. 2 hours later, they would be able to return home and reunite with their families, but unexpectedly, the general, for the sake of so-called honor and glory, ordered an attack in the final hour before the ceasefire.
Lazier gehört in deutsche Hand. Wir erobern die Ebene noch vor 11 Uhr und beenden diesen Krieg mit einem Sieg.
A few soldiers immediately rebel, but they were executed on the spot. Seeing this, the other soldiers had no choice but to follow orders, marching to their deaths in vain. Paul had become completely numb, like a war machine with no soul. He skillfully attached his bayonet, ready for the final battle.
Ich will. Noch 15 Minuten.
Everyone knew this battle would be merciless, and this land would soon become the final resting place for countless soldiers. The German soldiers marched forward with steady steps, slowly advancing on the French positions. The French soldiers, who had been celebrating the war's end, were suddenly taken by surprise as the enemy reached their doorstep. They quickly sounded the alarm, set up machine guns for defense, but the Germans were already upon them after suffering heavy losses. The German army finally broke through the French lines. Both sides immediately engaged in brutal close combat. Paul was pinned in the mud by a French soldier. His vision blurred more and more. Suddenly, he grabbed a stone. Then they both fought over a handgun, but they both fell into a bunker. When they got up again, they remained still, silently agreeing not to make a move. It seemed as though they were both waiting for the ceasefire, but suddenly, just then, cheers for the ceasefire rang out from outside. The French soldier looked at Paul, then silently turned and walked away. Paul struggled to stand, slowly walking toward the beam of light. He wanted to take one last look at the world outside, to witness peace with his own eyes with his last bit of strength. Paul crawled out of the bunker outside. The smoke of battle still hung in the air, but both sides had stopped fighting. For the first time, Paul felt the peace and silence around him. Then, the bells rang. He died in the final second before the war ended.